Hi, my name's Lindsay. I'm the cognitive health coach. And today I wanted to talk about what is the ketogenic diet. You might have seen yesterday's video, which was why should we use the ketogenic diet for brain health? If you've not seen that yet, look it up either on my Facebook group page or on YouTube, wherever you're watching this video. So today I wanted to talk about what is keto, because there are many different versions of the ketogenic diet out there, and we need to be really specific if we're going to use this for brain health. So lots of people, you might have heard of the keto diet already. Lots of people use the keto diet for weight loss. Now, if you are looking to lose weight, we can lose weight. If you don't need to lose any weight, or if you are quite slim and you really don't want to lose any weight, and that's imperative, then absolutely we can do this diet without losing weight. So I don't want you to worry about that for a start. Now, perhaps one of the first ketogenic diets came out, 20 years ago, and that was the Atkins diet. So you might have heard of that. It was a diet where you could get into ketosis, and I talked a little bit about ketosis yesterday in my other video. So it was a diet where you could get into ketosis, and people did lose weight on it, but I'm not convinced it was healthy. Maybe if it was a short-term thing, and it was a short-term thing, just looking to lose some weight and then stop, then fair enough, I guess. But it was not a really healthy diet, because it encourages you to eat a lot of protein, which is not great for you, not great for your kidneys. And actually, if you eat a lot of protein, it can take you out of ketosis, because if you eat more protein than your body can process as protein, it'll just turn it into glucose and use that as an energy source. So it defeats the object. But also, you had to eat a lot of fat on that diet, and they didn't really distinguish between healthy fats and unhealthy fats. So they were encouraging any kind of fat, lots of saturated fats, and they weren't really worried about the quality and where that fat was coming from either. So we're not going to do that. If you go looking for ketogenic diets on the internet, and if you go looking for keto recipes, you're going to come across all manner of keto. You might even come across something called dirty keto. So dirty keto involves lots of processed foods, packaged foods, lots of bacon, and again, not that healthy. So when we do a ketogenic diet, I want to make this really, really simple for you. Our ketogenic diet for brain health, when I'm on the keto diet, if you picture your plate, at least half of your plate should be non-starchy veggies of every colour. So the colours are white or beige, so onions, mushrooms, things like that. Yellow peppers, sweet corn, orange, carrots, orange peppers, things like that. Red, so red peppers, tomatoes, things like that. Green, of course, lots of green veggies, and purple, blue or black. So blueberries, anything that's kind of like a beetroot, that kind of really dark red onion, we count that as purple, red or black. Purple, blue or black. So I'd advise trying to get at least one of those colours in your meals every day, so that you're getting a range of 6, one each of those colours, at least every day. Blueberries, by the way, fantastic for brain health, helps your brain to create brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, which is a great neurotransmitter that's really important for your brain. So anything blue, black or purple, really good, but blueberries are the sweet spot. Anyhow, back to your plate. If at least half of your plate, more if you like, is a range of non-starchy veggies, then just have your normal size amount of protein. If you're having a piece of salmon, for example, whatever amount of protein you normally have, do not change that up, do not increase that. And then the rest of it is fats. So on your veggies, you might put some grass-fed organic butter. So you might be worried about saturated fats like butter, But if it's grass-fed and organic, then we're making sure we're not getting any of the growth hormones, we're not getting any of the antibiotics, and it's grass-fed, so it's getting lots of nutrients. There'll be lots of nutrients in that butter. Or if your half a plate is salad, then feel free to put as much olive oil on as you want, and you can make that into a dressing if you like, with some balsamic vinegar or whatever you want. So lots of things you can do, like to put fats on, or you can just add things like nuts and seeds or avocados. Avocados are fantastic because they've got a lot of nutrients in their own right, and lots of really healthy fats, and also there's quite a lot of fibre in there. So we will need to keep your fibre up, especially the early days of this diet, because any time you change diet, it's going to affect your digestion. So we want to make sure we keep our fibre up. Okay, so that's it. That's basically our plate, if you want to picture your plate that way. Another way of looking at it, I just want to share this picture with you as well. So this is directly from the Bredesen Protocol. And as you can see, I'll come to the fasting bit at the bottom in a moment, but as you can see, the biggest portion of what you eat is non-starchy vegetables and healthy fats. Remember to add some prebiotics. So these are just, again, non-starchy veggies that are really good for your gut bugs. So there's resistant starches in there as well. So if you do have some starchy foods, but that are quite low GI, so for example, you might replace potatoes with celeriac or swede or turnip. So they're more resistant starches. And probiotics as well are actual things with gut bugs in. So things like kefir, anything fermented like kefir or sauerkraut or kimchi, for example. And then your animal protein and fruits are a smaller portion at the top, and a very occasional indulgence. So an approved sweetener, some dairy, a little bit of cocoa flavanols, like a really dark chocolate, and red wine. But make sure, you know, that your chocolate's not, the reason it's not white chocolate, it's just too much sugar in it. So that's your food pyramid. I would say early days, to make sure you get into ketosis, stay away from those top indulgences just for a few days until you know you're definitely in ketosis. And then once you're in ketosis, you can use trial and error, try some things, test your ketones. We'll talk more about that in a future session. Okay, so I'll teach you how to test your ketones, and I'll talk about that shortly. Okay, but then you know, everyone is different. Everyone can take different levels of carbs, so it's about trial and error, trying some different things, seeing what you can get away with, and still stay in ketosis. Now, a key part of the keto diet for brain health is actually doing the Keto Flex 12-3 part. That just means some fasting. Don't worry, it just means overnight. So the 12 part just means to not eat for 12 hours. So for example, if the last time you eat at night is 7 p.m. and you're not having breakfast till 7 a.m., then you've done it. It's 12 hours. If you have tested, doing genetic testing, and you know your ApoE4 status, then you might, and if you've got ApoE4 or 2 copies of ApoE4, you might want to push that to 14 hours. Again, not like it's not doable. So if your last food was at 6 o'clock at night and you didn't have breakfast till 8 a.m., that's 14 hours. So you might just need to make some little adjustments if you're used to having a little snack before bed. And then the 3 part just refers to not eating for 3 hours before you go to bed. So your last meal, you're going to be fasting for 12 hours anyway, but also your last meal, the last thing you eat, should be at least 3 hours before bed, because that is helping you to sleep, basically. If you eat particularly a heavy meal too close to bedtime, it's going to ruin your sleep, which is not going to be any good for your brain health. Okay, so that is our Keto Flex 3 brain food pyramid and our keto diet. I'll be posting some more very soon about how to get into ketosis, how to measure your ketones, how to make sure you don't experience keto flu. Please don't worry, it's not real flu. It is just a little fatigue that some people feel. through the sugar withdrawal, but I've got a way around that for you. So I'll post very soon about that. Okay, so all we should be doing for now is maybe cutting down on our carbs slowly, using up all your carbs from the store cupboard and not replacing them. And I'll tell you more very shortly. See you soon.